Hi, I am Odin, the Norwegian god of battle. Let me tell you guys one thing that I'm trying to do. Um, I need my Facebook so I can use my Facebook to give hope to a large amount of people. Okay, but there's a man illegally blocking my Facebook. So let me tell you guys a little bit about myself, and then let me explain the situation that the man blocking my Facebook is in right now. So I bet most of you have heard of the name Odin, and I bet you guys don't really know who Odin was. Wasn't Odin the father of Thor and the father of Loki, and Odin had one eye. Okay, so Loki was the god of mischief and madness, Thor was the god of thunder, and Odin was their father and the god of battle. And why did he have one eye? I learned about why he had one eye. Odin was an average man, just like all other men, but he spent his whole life seeking out wisdom. He didn't seek out money or romance or fame. He was just searching for wisdom. And eventually he found wisdom in cutting out his own right eye. And he took a knife and he did it. He actually cut out his own right eye. And it brought great wisdom to him. And he turned into the wisest man on earth and the god of battle. Like this guy would never lose a battle. And you know, battle means a couple different things. And one thing that a battle means is a one-on-one fight. Okay? And I'm never going to lose a one-on-one fight ever again because I'm Odin. Let me see here, and I did find my wisdom, and I am now the wisest man on earth, and I won't lose a battle ever again. I tell you what, okay, you know those people that are into fighting? Yeah, I know everything there is to know about fighting, like all things, at least one-on-one fighting. Yeah, one-on-one fighting, I know it all. Yeah, right here. Yep. I'm a black belt in karate, a master in kung fu, a lightweight boxer, and an amateur wrestler. Yeah, bring it on. Okay. I don't care who you are. Okay. But anyways, I'm trying to give hope to a large amount of people. Did you want to one-on-one fight me? Okay. Let me see here. Where was I going with this? But anyways, Odin only sought out wisdom, and he ended up cutting out his right eye. How can I relate to that story? I read a Bible verse that said if your right eye causes you sin, then cut it out. Well, I think the Bible verse says if your right hand causes you sin, then cut it off. And if your right eye causes you sin, then cut it out. And you know, I was wondering, does this Bible verse mean this literally? And if you did take it literally, it is actually wise to quite literally cut off your right hand, okay, and to cut out your right eye. It's not a unsmart move not to do that. It will bring you great wisdom. You know, I went out to the park, an unpopular park in the evening one time, and I dropped to my knees and I brought a knife to my eye, and I thought about it, you know, like I'm taking this to the extreme. You know, is this Bible verse real? Does God really mean he wants me to cut out my eye because it has seen sin? And, you know, I got to the point where if my eye did go sinful, I would just shut it like this. At nighttime, if my mind saw romance or violence, I would shut my right eye. Out in public, if I saw a hot girl and my mind felt romance for her, I would shut my right eye. If out in public I wanted to punch someone in the face, I would shut my right eye. And I did learn from this. And the one thing that I didn't like about it is eventually it makes you feel like Popeye, the Sailor Man. And what's interesting about Popeye is it makes you think of Olive, and it's not a very good feeling. But I've learned through meditation that it's not Popeye and Olive. There's actually a name that goes with Popeye that gives you huge peace of mind. You know, like there's Romeo and Juliet. It's not Popeye and Olive. There's a name that goes with Popeye that gives you great peace of mind. And I've also found the name that goes with Odin too. And one reason you don't want to one-on-one fight me is because I also found the balance of knife. You know, there's Romeo and Juliet. There's knife, and I know it. Okay, it makes me very, very fast. Let me see here. But yeah, so when seeking out wisdom and thinking about fighting, there's this thing called chin. Okay, in fighting, and it's the ability to take a punch, okay? That's what chin is, your ability to take a punch. So I started studying, how do you improve your chin in life? I mean, you can go work out, you can go run, you can do anything. How do you improve the ability to take a punch? I mean, do you just let someone sit there and punch you in the face? I mean, all the fighters out there know that you can work out all day. You can gain your cardio. It still hurts like hell. Okay, like hell to get hit in the face. So yeah. So what? Do you like spend a year just getting punched in the face and that improves your chin? Okay. I mean, so yeah, I sought out how to improve your chin, and that. Seeking out chin in fighting, it takes your mind to the bottom of hell, okay? Yeah, so I mean, there's that Bible verse that says the battle is already won. Yeah, you want to get into it with me? Okay, the battle is already won because I have more chin, okay, than all of you, okay? I went and studied the chin first, then how to throw a punch, okay? So you guys haven't studied the chin yet, okay? Where did your chin come from? Go study it and then come talk to me. But yeah, anyways, so yes, in my seeking out wisdom, you know, I did think about cutting my eye out just for wisdom, okay, and I didn't, because at the time I didn't feel the need to, and I continued to seek out wisdom myself and read stories about wisdom until I found myself in such great meditation, okay, that I understood that I was Odin resurrected. So yes, billions of years ago, okay, I cut out my own right eye just for wisdom, and I gained more wisdom. When I died, I resurrected, and here I am again. Okay. Again, in life, you live, you die, and in time, you live again. And that never stops. It never has, it never will. So what am I getting at right now? Okay, I had a huge point to get across. Yeah, I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. Okay, I was an extremely strong child. Okay, crazy strong. Okay, both in sports, both in playing with other children and studies. Extremely strong at everything, just beyond strong. I could see the kids witnessing it from their eyes, and I could see it from my own eyes as well. So let me see here. A very, very strong childhood. What I'm getting at is, kids don't start fighting until the age pretty much until like the 6th grade. There was a rough kid in the 3rd grade that I haymakered out on recess, and it knocked the wind out of him because he got smashed to the ground so hard, and he started bawling in front of everybody, and I was called to the principal's office in the 3rd grade. Okay. In the 4th grade, outside of school, I beat up a 4th grade bully so bad that he switched schools the next day. Either that or he died and they buried him. Okay, I'm not sure the truth about the story. All I know is I beat his face in so bad that he was left in a pool of blood, and I walked home. So that was the 4th grade. So come along 6th grade, everybody starts fighting, and I actually got a hand injury. And I tried to avoid fighting at all costs because this hand injury, it made my right hand, my right arm just go completely weak, and it gave me this nausea. So, yeah, like I was right-handed, and my left punch was harder than my right punch by like 20 times harder. I just had no strength in my right arm. It was weird. Got into backyard boxing with my friends in middle school, and I couldn't beat anyone, but I never lost. It was funny. One day, backyard boxing in middle school or high school, I think it was middle school. No, it was high school. Okay, yep, it was high school. I backyard boxed 4 of my friends in a row. Okay, and winded all of them, and I was winded too. But they were all upset at the end of it because they witnessed me take about 40 punches to the face, and no one could knock me down or make me give. And I landed like 2 punches out of 4 different rounds of boxing. Okay, so they watched me take about 40 hits to the face. I landed next to nothing. 4 people in a row. One of the kids was the strongest, one of the strongest kids in school, and they couldn't knock me out. Another boxing story. There was this kid that was a year above us who was completely ripped, and everybody feared this kid. There was good boxers on my block, and I was known as the worst boxer, and everyone was afraid to box this kid. And he came over and said, "Does anybody want to box?" And I said, "Sure, I'll box you." And again, I'm suffering from a hand injury, and I have nausea in my head. I can't even see straight. So I put on my gloves, and the kid throws a couple punches at me. Then he does a full load that's just ripped. The most ripped kid you can see at our age. He loads and throws the biggest haymaker and lands it perfectly on my face. And makes this loud just thump. And I tell you what, it did hurt like hell. But it didn't budge my face. And his arms dropped. And his eyes watered like he was crying. And he didn't cry. He gave it all he had, and it didn't faze me. And he just took off his gloves, he shook his head, and just walked home. Yeah. But yeah, it hurt like hell. He hit me perfectly. Okay. All he had, haymaker, his whole body into it. Thump, okay? It felt like a rock, a big rock, smacked my head. Okay, but I kept my teeth clamped, and I didn't drop my own arms. Okay, and it made him want to cry because it didn't knock me over, let alone even knock off my balance. Again, so anyway, so I avoided fighting it as the best I could after my hand injury in the 6th grade. And I did do boxing. Did nothing but take punches to the face. Anyways, you know, in middle school and high school, what gets people into fighting is men are attractive to girls now, so they start fighting. And me, I was attracted to girls, but you know, I'm not going to fight for any girl that doesn't like me, and none of the girls liked me, so there was no fighting for any girl, even the hottest ones. Okay, I had no fight for any girl. Okay, no girl had any strong interest in me at all. Okay, none of them let me know anything. Okay, none of them. And so yeah, there was no fight in me at all. In the beginning of 6th grade, I had a huge crush on a girl. She went and kissed someone else, so my first crush was gone. And I told myself I'll wait till high school to ask a girl out on a date. And it was the same story in high school. In the beginning of 9th grade, I had a huge crush on a girl. 2 weeks later, she kissed one of my friends, and that disappeared. And then, you know, I'm trying to find a girl to go on a date with, and there was no girl to ask out on a date by the end of high school. So there was no fight in me for any girl in school. But yeah, anyways, yeah, so I told myself, you know, I'll meet a girl someday outside of school or after, when high school is done. Okay. But anyways, when I'm going through school, like all the boys, they would explain that they would have no problem, you know, fighting Lance. And my own friends used to call me, this is funny, in different situations, okay, especially when girls are around, they would have no problem calling me faggot or gay. And, you know, I would always have to say, no, I'm straight. Okay, I don't appreciate that. And I would just keep it very simple like that. Yes, I was very into going into the mountains. I did that almost once a week, and I would take friends with me, these strong friends that, you know, in front of large groups of friends and girls, they would get mouthy to me. Now I'm Odin, okay? This is funny, okay? I would take friends on mountain hikes, okay? Just one friend, okay? So, again, I have a life too, and I see life through my eyes. It's funny. So, you know, we drive into the mountains, and then we get to the bottom of a mountain, and we're going to walk into the woods together, okay? Do you guys think they call me faggot or gay at that point? No, most definitely not, okay? They size me up a little bit differently, okay? I can feel the, I can feel the difference in the whole situation, okay? It's that whole, okay, you don't have a girl to fight for now. You don't have groups of friends to impress, okay? What you got to tell Lance now, okay? You get sized up, and they kind of just get dizzy for a minute, and they're just like, you know, hey Lance, what are we doing? It's kind of like, we're gonna go take a hike into the woods just to enjoy some fun, you know. And the idea is, when you don't have a girl behind you or another friend to back you up, if you see me just standing in the middle of the woods, you don't insult me, okay, in any degree, okay. Oh yeah, there's that feeling in your it doesn't matter who you are. Even adults standing next to me just go, this kid handles the mountains better than anyone I've seen. For what the hell is this all about? So yeah, and I've learned that the mountains, the woods, are very similar to the city in a great sense. But yeah, so I mean, I'm spending more time in the mountains and the woods than anybody, and then I come into school grounds, into public cities. So, you know, you've met those people that have walked to the top of many mountains, and I am one of them. I tell you what. Okay, large mountains, I've probably been up to the top of like 10 large mountains. Not just mountains, 10 large ones. When you talk about top of mountains, I've probably been on the top of 40 mountains. Okay, and I also walked to the bottom of like 5 giant canyons. Okay, which do you guys think is worse? Walking to the top of a mountain or to the bottom of a canyon? Okay, the answer is the bottom of a canyon, because if you walk 2 miles down a canyon, okay, when you get to the bottom, you have to walk 2 miles up. I did that like 5 times. It's not fun to do. It's really not fun to walk to the top of a mountain either. I've been to the top. I've been to the highest point in Oregon. Okay, it wasn't higher than Mount Everest, but damn, it was up there. Okay, it's called Ice Lake. Yep, highest point in Oregon. Okay, like there's, each state, each country has a highest point. Like there's going to be a mountain that's highest in elevation. Okay, I went to the highest elevation in Oregon. It's called Ice Lake. I was at the top of the damn thing. You have to walk up 2 mountains, and there's a lake that's being fed by a snow cap. So yeah, I went there in the summertime, and you see the snow cap. It's warm out, and there's grass, and there's a giant snow cap that's melting, that's feeding a lake, and the lake turns into a river that shoots down the mountain, that hits a river and feeds another lake at the bottom. So yeah, this lake is staying full from a melting snow cap and rain that pours on the mountain. What a sight to see, I tell you what. So when it comes to walking the large mountains, what drives me to want to walk on top of a mountain is just to see what's on top. So when I get up there, I want to see something enchanted. Okay, I want to find a bar of gold. Okay, I want to find a flower that no one has ever seen. I want to see jungle up there. I want to meet a princess. You want to see something enchanted, something different on top of the mountain. That's what drives you to walk up these things. You just want to see what's on top. And pretty much all the large mountains that I walked to, okay, it wasn't worth it at all. Ice Lake was worth it, and one other mountain that I walked up was worth it. Something magical did happen on top of one mountain, I tell you what. Something enchanted. But yeah, what drives you to want to walk up the mountain is you want to find heaven at top. Yeah, when I was young, that's what I was walking through the woods trying to find. I would imagine finding some kind of walking into the mountains and then finding some kind of warm tropical spring and a place where I can live free of everybody. I wanted to find something magical and enchanted as a young person. And as I got older, I had, almost every weekend or every Monday, I'm in the woods fishing or hiking in the mountains. And I did a ton of it all over Oregon and Washington. And as you do it more and more and more, it gets more and more boring because you don't find anything enchanted very often at all. But I finally found something enchanted at the top of a very large mountain. I was deer hunting, and we went to a very different spot, and we all split up on different sides of mountains, and I walked to a mountain that interested me for deer hunting, and I found a very large mountain with unique trees, and I could see the top of the mountain, and I couldn't resist walking to the top of this one. Okay, it's a mile or two straight up. I told myself, let's get this done. I've got a couple bottles of water, a granola bar, my gun. my loaded gun, and I walked to the top of this mountain. Okay, this is so amazing. I got to experience this at like age 15 or something like that. Walked to the top of this mountain, and most people have never felt this before. Some people have, but it's really, really hard to find, and it's called dead silence. Yep, I experienced dead silence on top of a mountain, okay? Let's say you have a big house and it's empty and it's just you. You're not experiencing dead silence because you can hear the light bulbs, okay? You can hear what can you hear? You can hear the water tank, okay? If you're in a big empty house, it's silent, but it's not dead silence. It's dead silence is I'm gonna go with dramatically different. It's not a little bit different. It's dramatically different. You can feel it. It's cool. Okay. Yeah. So I walked about 2 miles up a mountain, and I got to the top, and this is what it looked like. Okay. I want to do a canvas painting on this someday. It was got to the top of a mountain, and it looked like brown wheatgrass, small and large gray stones, brown dirt, and on top of the mountain, towards the end of the mountain, where you can view off the mountain, was one dead tree. So you're on top of this mountain, it's completely flat, you see like yellow wheatgrass, big gray stones, brown dirt, and one big dead tree. No green on it, completely dead. And when I got to the top of the mountain, it was like in the middle of the day. There was no wind. Okay, on top of a mountain, there's no wires or electricity. There was no bugs. There was no animals. There was no birds. There was nothing. You couldn't hear the wind. You couldn't hear the sun rays because the sun was the sun was far away or something like that. You get to the top of this mountain and it's dead silence. It makes your body and your mind just feel one with the sky and just free. I started walking, and I'm not kidding, I got this sensation that I was like an eagle floating in the sky. I felt weightless, like I was floating in outer space. It was really, really cool. I got to the top, and, I have found enchanted things in the woods before, and I got excited because, yes, I found another one. So, I mean, like, you don't find really cool stuff very often in the woods, but when you do, okay, it's like real magic. So, I'm up there, and, like, I can feel the dead silence. I'm just like, whoa, there's this, it's just, you can't get any quieter or silent or more peaceful than this. Just like, whoa, this is trippy. There's like this color, and there's this sky, and there's this tree, and there's just this view that goes on forever, and I'm walking around, I'm kind of hopping around, I feel like I'm floating like an eagle, and then suddenly, I got scared so bad that it turned me into like a skeleton. I was freaked out. Do you guys know what I found in the middle of the top of the mountain? Okay. A pile of deer bones. There was a deer skull and a deer rib cage and deer legs. And You know, I'm in dead silence, kind of hopping and floating and flying around and dancing around, and I look down, I'm like, oh, there's a dead deer, and every hair in my body stands up, and I'm on top of a mountain, and this is probably where a large family of cougars live, and right now they might be all watching me. This sucks. I feel like I'm gonna get eaten. So I saw the deer bones, and you know, it took me about 45 seconds to process, and I said, I'm getting the hell off this mountain, and I hurried off the mountain, and I walked down the mountain and off the mountain really, really fast, because I didn't know this mountain at all, and there's a dead deer at the top, and I don't want to see a mountain lion cougar in person. That would suck. But before the deer bone thing, I did get to feel dead silence. So, yeah, you know, when I was growing up, I was made fun of because I never had a girlfriend. So, I mean, you know, some people experience the sound of romance, and I experience the sound of dead silence. So, you know, some say I'm missing out, but I feel like everybody else missed out on parts of my life too. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, I was definitely a mountain person, and any man or boy that flicks shit at me in front of friends or girls or at a party, if you found yourself with me alone in the woods, you wouldn't flick even the smallest damn thing at me, because in the mountains, you're forced to see me, you're forced to hear me, and you can see how balanced and strong and fearless I actually am. Yeah, so anyways, so you know, I was and that's what I was getting at. This is something funny to me. So again, in elementary school, okay, people start to show aggression, and you wouldn't show aggression to me. The kid that did got haymakered, and the other kid got beat up so bad that he switched schools or got put in his grave. But I mean, you know, everybody has their shit talk before a one-on-one fight. This is funny to me. So, I mean, I'm 36 now. If a man wants to say, you know, you don't want to fight me. You see, I have a family, okay? I have a job, okay? I have a wife, okay? I have a city, okay? You don't want to get into it with me, okay? You know, I'm going to laugh at you, okay? Okay, you know, I have different shit talks to throw at people, and this is a good one that I'll use on people. I'm gonna say, okay, after you're done giving me the whole family, wife, daughter's job, city speech, I'm gonna tell you, oh yeah, me? Okay, I'm a second grader. Welcome back to the second grade. Yeah. You can be alfalfa, and I'll be Tay. Okay, yeah, so I mean, the reason I say that is because in the second grade, there was no boy out there that would fight me for two reasons. Lance is really cool, and Lance is strong as hell. Lance would beat the hell out of me, so it's a good way for me to put it. Yeah, so I'm Odin, the Norwegian god of battle. It's kind of like at age 36, I'll tell you, okay, welcome back to the second grade. And yeah, so I mean, in the second grade, literally, all the other boys are just like, Lance is a fucking freak of nature, man. This kid is super cool, super fun, and super strong. And what people don't understand about me is I never stopped being cool, and I never stopped being strong, okay? I do understand the importance of family. I do understand the importance of job. I do understand the importance of everything. And to be honest with you, some people say Lance doesn't have a job, and I'm going to tell you to shut the fuck up, because an easy way to put it is, for the last 14 years, Yeah, instead of working 40 hours a week, I worked about 200 hours a week. And I haven't had a vacation in 14 years. So I did nothing but work for myself, for family, for friends, for city. Okay. At this point, I don't want anybody to flick any shit at me, or I'm gonna, I'll pull you off into the woods, okay, and say, look, okay, you ain't got no weapons, no knives. I ain't got no weapons and knives. Nobody's around. Okay. Did you want to get into it with me? We're in the middle of the fucking woods. Can you see me now? Okay. Can you hear my voice? Okay. Can you see yourself? Can you hear your own fucking voice? Okay. Look. Okay. I mean, if you want to bring us back into the city and talk shit to me, okay. I got my hand surgery done. Okay. So I'm gonna lay into people now. I'm going to stand up for myself a little bit better now. And I have different shit to flick at anybody. So, I mean, the funniest one to me is, I'm a second grader. Welcome back to the second grade. How does it feel? It's recess now. How do you feel there, buddy? Okay. But anyway, so I'm getting this message clear that I'm just trying to use my Facebook, okay, to give hope to a large amount of people. In the process, I believe it's my legal right to a paycheck. If I sign or if I accept correct contracts with different companies, okay, I get a legal paycheck. But anyways, right now, okay, there's some kind of dumb shit asshole, okay, that's blocking my Facebook. And very, very unwise choice on your behalf, I tell you what. And just because I'm Odin, the god of battle, okay, battle isn't the only thing that I know, okay? I'm educated in other stuff too. And the man blocking my Facebook, get a load of this. I don't know his location right now, okay? I believe he is in America, okay? Right now, I have like 45 cents. I've got a gift card to Walgreens for $20. I've got a gift card to 7-Eleven for $1. I shit you not, okay? If I wanted to, okay, I'm Odin, okay, the Norwegian god of battle, okay? If I wanted to, okay, with the 45 cents to my name, okay, I could put some clothes on, walk out my door, leave my apartment behind, and I could find this man, okay, in America, hitchhiking and asking people around, okay? I am not shitting you. I could do it, okay? I'll drop I could drop everything and find this man in person, hitchhiking and asking other people's help. Okay, this man blocking my Facebook. All of a sudden, I'm going to be standing right behind him, and I'll say, look at that. You told everybody you're not afraid of me, right? Yeah. And I found you. Okay. And I don't have any money on me. All I have is myself. And I found you there, dude. And you've got a company and money and power and all this shit. And welcome back to the second grade. Okay. Yeah, how's it going there, Alfalfa? I'm Ote. Okay. Yeah, dude. Things aren't looking good for you right now. Now, is they? Not at all, huh? Not a little bit. Not a little bit. I could do that, but I have my own wisdom. I'm smarter than that. To be honest, again, I'm not just good at battle. I'm good at other things too. So the man blocking my Facebook, I'm trying to make 3 things happen right now. Okay, I'm trying to get him to go to jail. 1, or B, I'm trying to get him beat up extremely bad by his own people or other people. Or 3, I'm trying to get him to straight up kill himself like Robin Williams or Kurt Cobain. Yeah. Like seriously, like get a rope and hang yourself, or or go into the bathroom and write the word "it" on the wall and then cut your own fucking wrists in the bathtub. Okay. That's what I'm not even going to chase after this guy because I have other things going in life too. So, it should have never gotten to this. And again, people have said Lance isn't scary at all. And this is actually the truth. Okay. There's nothing scary about me, but if you're a dickhead, I am as scary as it gets. I tell you what, which is what's dangerous about me is when other men have this attitude. I have no problem getting into it with Lance. And why do you say that? Okay? Why do you have no problem getting into it with me? Okay? I'm a good person that hates violence. I support policy and law and serenity and peace. And and I'm kind and you turn around and you say, I have no problem getting into it with this man. It's kind of like, why would you want to get into it with me? Okay. Why would you want to? Okay. Why would you want to get into it with anyone? And why would you want to get into it with me of all people? So, I am a very kind and peaceful person. So the idea is like, yeah, Lance is kind and peaceful. I have no problem fucking with him and breaking policy and law against this guy. And it's kind of like, you've heard about me a little bit, right? Okay, most things that you have heard about me, okay, aren't true, but some of them are. For example, this video, okay? This is real, okay? I do shit like this in real life. And it's happening right now, I'm trying to get you to go to jail right now. I want you to get the living shit beat out of you right now. I want every bone in your body broken, okay? I want your fucking face beat to a bloody pulp. I want you rushed to the hospital, okay? And when you heal, then you get to go to jail, okay? Or I want you to just go fucking kill yourself. What did you tell everybody the reason to blocking my Facebook was? What was the plan? What was the idea other than I have no problem getting into it with Lance? Okay. Fuck, man. Okay. Again, I'm trying to give some hope to a large amount of people and make a paycheck. Okay. I heard that influencers make over $100,000 a year. So I used my intelligence to design a Facebook that would make me over $100,000 a year. Okay. So the person blocking my Facebook must be a millionaire or a billionaire that doesn't want to give me $100,000. Okay. So now go to jail, get your ass kicked, or go kill yourself. Okay. I'm not going to come run after you at all. I have other ideas. Okay. I simply choose to be honest with you guys. I don't choose brave. I don't choose honor. I don't choose courage. I don't choose cool. I choose wise every time. You can learn from me, okay? Don't choose brave, okay? Don't choose honor. Don't choose cool. Don't choose heroic. Why not choose wise every fucking time? Why not choose smart? Okay. Why not? Yeah, because choosing wisdom leads to greater wisdom, and greater wisdom leads to a better afterlife. And I'm Odin, okay? You guys can trust me. But yeah, so... yeah, I'm not going to come running after this guy. I believe he's in America, and I could find him with no money and come in and beat the living shit out of him if I wanted to. But yeah, I just want my Facebook fixed so I can give hope to a large amount of people and then receive my paycheck so I can live my life. Okay. It's stupid that it has gotten to this. You know, people say they like fucked up shit. That isn't true. Okay, people are entertained by fucked up shit. Okay, I'm sure a lot of people are entertained by this about this. You know, people don't like it, but they're entertained. There is a difference. Okay, you know, I know what people like. You know, people like safety. People like fun. People like peace. People like a good night's sleep and food and trust and family and friends and life and soda and beer, man. And like, shit, who the fucking idea was block Lance's Facebook? Fuck, man. Okay. Shit. Okay. What was the fucking idea there? Please tell everybody before you go to jail or get your ass kicked. Okay. Damn. Like, fuck. Okay. Like I said, I'm not scary at all. But if you're a dick, okay, I am as scary as it gets. You know, very behind the fucking scenes, I tell you what. Okay, you think you're in control, and then I'm standing right behind you with a goddamn a knife on your throat, and you go, whoa, Lance, you are fucking real. I'm sorry, man. And it's kind of like, well, shit, I don't know if sorry's cutting it right now. I mean, you've got a long apology ahead of you to keep this goddamn knife from cutting your fucking head off, man, okay? Again, I'm not scary. Be a dickhead, okay? And you've got a knife on your throat, okay? And I'm not forgiving every time. I'll fucking cut it, god damn it, okay? Again, who's the fucking man blocking my shit? Would someone please, okay? I support policy and law. I just want you in jail for a fair sentence. I don't want you to be harmed. I want you to be corrected, okay? But if you don't take this seriously, okay, then I want you to get the fuck beat out of you right goddamn now. Break every bone in your body, okay? Bash out his teeth, break his nose, okay? Break his fucking legs. Break everything. Put his hand in a door. Slam it 50 fucking times. Like, where was the idea? You know, block the Facebook. This is going to help people. No, it's not helping. It's entertaining people. We don't want to be entertained. We want to live and enjoy entertainment. We want to live and enjoy entertainment. We don't want to. What's the word I'm looking for? Help me out, you guys. We want to live and be entertained, not wonder and be entertained or some shit. You guys know the words I'm looking for. See, I'm a human just like everybody else. I have to work on what I do and what I say just like everybody else does. Like, holy shit. Okay. Again, you know, I'm moving to Florida. I have studied. I took 2 years of computers in high school. I was a photo lab specialist for Target at age 19. I was very into photography. Okay, I have been studying social media and computers and photography. Okay, have been one of my hobbies. And when I was in Hawaii getting ready to move to Florida, I told myself I've got 10 careers. I'm going to work on music. And then I read something from someone that said influencers make over $100,000 a year. I have a 4G phone that has enough technology in it. I told myself I've got a cool adventure coming up. I'm going to design a Facebook that's going to make me over $100,000. So I start... Because I know photography, because I understand computers, okay, I designed a Facebook that's going to gain followers and entertain people, okay? A fun Facebook, a fun, innocent Facebook, okay? Yes, it was a funny situation. He's moving to Florida as a homeless man, okay? I'm going into adventure. I don't know what's going to happen. When I was in Hawaii, I looked up the address to a homeless shelter, okay? So this is a big state of Florida. I come into Orlando, and I go check in at the men's shelter, and it's nice, but it's not as nice as I was expecting it to be, okay? There was some strong, violent men inside the men's shelter. And super nice men's shelter, but it's a little spooky in there. So I found a spot in the bushes that I would rather be than the men's shelter. Yeah, so I'm keeping the adventure coming, and I decided to do something funny. I use my disability check to buy a tent in a lawn chair, and I set it up in the bushes across the street from Walmart, and I'm taking pictures and trying to gain followers, and it was funny and it was innocent. And then I found a new men's shelter that was cleaner and had nicer people in it. Then I found an even nicer men's shelter that had even nicer people in it. Anyways, so it would have been a fun, innocent idea for everybody, and I would have gotten a good paycheck to get me into an apartment or a house. But I'm at Disney Springs, and some asshole shows my phone. Okay, he says, you got hundreds of thousands of followers, and you get millions of likes on your views, and we ain't telling you about anything. What do you think about that? Okay. Yeah, so, I made 500 posts on my phone. It shows that I get no more than 3 views. Okay. What the fuck is going on? Okay. There's a man who has just fucking somehow logged into my Facebook situation, and it's just fucking, there's that movie Wreck-It Ralph. The guy's gone fucking turbo, and he's just hacked the whole situation and is just like shitting with my social media account. What in the fuck? Okay. But again, I'm trying to get you to go to jail right now. If not, I'm trying to get you beat up. If not, I'm trying to get you to kill yourself. And, I know other ways to make money. I know other ways to help people. I know other ways to get you in trouble if you won't go to jail, if you won't get beat up, or if you won't kill yourself. Okay. I don't have to come find you myself. I know other ways to get you punished for your broken laws. Yes, I do. I tell you what. Some very simple concepts. I'll even tell it right to your face and you won't believe me, okay? I'm very educated in court of law. There are social media attorneys' offices, okay? All I have to do is go work with them, okay? If I give right now, if I gave them enough evidence, without even giving them money, they would probably subpoena you to court. Subpoena means you're going to get a piece of paper from the U.S. government saying you have to be at this courtroom on this date, okay, or the cops are going to come arrest you. So yeah, if you don't go to jail right now, if you don't get your ass kicked, if you don't kill yourself, okay, I'm going to send a subpoena your way, okay, and you're going to come to the courtroom and you're going to talk to me in court with a judge, with a jury, with a prosecutor, okay, with the American public, okay? You're going to talk to me in a fucking courtroom, okay? You're going to explain to me this whole Facebook situation. We might even watch this goddamn video that I'm making right now in court, yeah. You can explain this fucking video because you're the reason it's happening right now, okay? It shouldn't have happened, but it is, okay? You guys keep saying if we do this, it's going to cause something else to happen. This is fucking it, okay? But yeah, so if I took the evidence that I have right now into my social media attorney's office, okay, this would be enough to subpoena you. But I'm even smarter than that, okay? I'm going to write a letter to the local, I'm going to write a letter of what's going on to the Catholic Charities office and I'm going to have them send money to the social media attorney's office, so they'll make this happen a lot faster, okay? Money does have power, and I'm going to use the power of money to get you subpoenaed to court, to get you ordered to court faster, okay? So it's kind of like, well, it's not even just that. I'm trying to do other stuff. So, I mean, if I dropped everything I did and went to the social media's office and let everything go, I could probably get you brought to court within 6 months, okay? But, I'm working on like 10 different things right now. So I need to hit up Catholic Charities, have them transfer money to the media. Then I'm going to drop off my phone and say, here, you guys can have all my passwords to all my social media accounts. Okay, I want you guys to read fucking everything, watch everything. Okay, and then I want you guys to court order the correct employees from Facebook and YouTube into the courtroom. So it might be 2 years from now. Okay. Yeah, it might be 2 years from now, okay? But eventually you're going to be ordered to court to talk to me in front of American judges, okay? Yeah, it might be 2 years from now. Where was I going with this? But yeah, and within those 2 years, Facebook and YouTube aren't the only ways to reach out to people and give them hope. Yeah, so you're going to be court ordered to court probably within 2 to 3 years from now. If you don't show up to the date, okay, the cops are going to come arrest you and put you in jail, okay? And then after that, you're going to be given your sentence for illegally blocking my Facebook. It might be 2 years. It might be 20 years. Okay, I'm just going to give you a fair sentence. Okay? Again, I don't want any harm to you. Okay? I just want you to be corrected for the crimes you did in my country. Okay? Yeah, so fix my Facebook right now. And go sit in jail. Actually, go sit in jail first and let everybody else fix my Facebook, okay? I don't give a fuck who this man is blocking my Facebook. I don't care if you're the fucking leader of the American government. I don't care if you're the president. I don't care if you are a boss businessman, a boss gangster, okay? I don't care if you're the most respected fucking person on planet Earth, okay? Get your bitch ass in jail. I'm Odin, okay? The Norwegian god of battle, okay? So, you guys all think you're smart? Okay. You know what? A lot of you are smart, okay? But, again, I'm smart too, okay? And again, I do understand the hearts of man, okay? The heart of man does not die. What I learned, I'll get this through too. So look, okay? As we get older, some people like to tell ha-ha to fighters, okay? But there is something that a fighter learns why assholes are out getting insurance and money, okay, and respect. There is something that a fighter does learn, okay, that the asshole doesn't, okay? Again, why does a man learn to fight? It's to protect himself, okay? It's to protect his family. It's to protect his wife, okay? It's a very simple concept, okay? So there's a man who's going out to learn to fight, okay, to protect himself and his wife, okay? And another man goes out and he learns how to make money and insurance, and he starts to lose respect for the fighter, okay? He's all high and mighty in wealth and insurance and respect and bonds, and in comes a fighter, okay? So, let's say the fighter has nothing, and this man decides, you know what? He has nothing. I'm going to block his Facebook. Okay. What did the fighter learn? The fighter learned that since the beginning of time, and a trait in man that will never die, okay, is the whole fucking earth will always want to see a one-on-one fight, okay? That will never disappear, okay? It doesn't matter how fucking respected of a person you are. It doesn't matter how rich you are, okay? Okay? Your own fucking company, your own fucking family, okay? They're going to make you get into an arena and fight me one-on-one, okay? So you can show your family, okay, that you're stronger than me, that you are smarter than me. You get your ass out in that arena and you go beat his ass and show him that you are the bigger, better man, okay? And guess what? That's what the fighter learns, okay? So I'm not fighting against you, okay? At fucking all, okay? I am with good, okay? Again, I expect nobody to worship me. I am the wisest man there fucking is, okay? I understand the importance of family, the importance of job, the importance of free time, of fun, of romance. I understand the goddamn importance, okay? To be honest with you, I just wanted to be an average man where people follow policy and law. And I find my girl to make my wife. I wanted, okay? I didn't want to be a leader, a goddamn boss. And there's actually stories about people like me, okay? I don't want to be a fucking leader at all, okay? I enjoy being level with everybody, okay? I don't enjoy being above everybody, to be honest with you. I enjoy serenity. Yeah, serenity feels really fucking good to me, okay? As a kid, when I got jobs and stuff, I really caused serenity, okay? Understanding the importance of everybody, no matter where you are in life. Whether your job is important or not important, okay? All jobs are important. Again, so I mean, like, I'm in a situation where I'm forced to be a fucking leader, and I really don't want to be. Again, I am the stronger and better man, so I don't give a fuck, okay, how rich you are, how powerful you are, how much insurance you have, okay, how many daughters and children you got, okay? Okay, you're going to follow policy and law with me, or you're going to get out in the arena, and you're going to fucking fight Odin, the Norwegian god of battle, one-on-one, okay? And there's two ways you're going to fight me. Either A, no weapons, okay? No weapons, bare knuckle, okay? Face to face. Anything fucking goes, okay? Go sign the goddamn death wager, because I'm going to try to kill you with my bare hands, okay? And I know a 2-punch combo, okay, that'll break your neck, okay? Very hard to land, but I can do it, okay? Okay? The other way I'll fight you, this is what I vote for, okay, is armor and 2 weapons, okay? I'm going to put my goddamn armor on. I'm going to have a battle axe in my right hand and a block weapon in my left fucking hand. The reason I vote for this is because I know you're not going to get a hit on me, okay? If we bare knuckle, okay, you're going to land some punches on me, and getting punched hurts, okay? So I vote for the goddamn armor and the battle axe to get it over with really fucking fast, okay? One-on-one, give me the axe, okay? I bash your fucking head in, okay? There, okay? My fucking Facebook is fixed, okay? We can all sleep better at night, okay? But yeah, so the dumb man, okay, blocking my shit, okay? I don't give a fuck if you're king of the goddamn universe, okay? You're getting your bitch ass into jail, okay? If not, I'm going to order you to court, okay? You're going to explain yourself to America, and then you're going to get your bitch ass in jail, okay? If you refuse, okay, to get your bitch ass in jail right now, okay, I'm trying to get your own company and family to beat the shit out of you, okay, put you in the hospital, and then put your bitch ass in jail, okay? I am so fucking pissed, okay? I'm a good person that works very hard, okay? number one, for a life for myself, and number two, okay, for all of fucking humanity. Okay. Damn. Okay. The person blocking my Facebook who had this fucking idea, tell everybody, okay, that you're fucking retarded, okay, and then go sit in goddamn jail. Okay. Yeah, you know, I'm Odin, okay, the Norwegian god of battle. My real name is Lance Smith, okay? So the man blocking my shit, go sit in jail. Everybody else, fix my fucking Facebook, okay? I'm working on a lot of shit right now. I don't want to deal with this Facebook shit anymore. So everybody fix fucking everything about my goddamn social media shit right fucking now, okay? Again, I'm trying to give hope to everybody, and I can't give fucking hope, okay, with this just rat's nest Facebook situation I have, man. It's given me this little irritating headache that feels like a fucking unicorn that's turned into a goddamn unicorn horn, man. Like, I'm just like, come on, motherfucker. Just like, yeah. And that's yeah. Here's another fucking call out for you. I mean, let me see here. Again, you know, I'm gonna keep making these videos worse, okay, until you go to jail, get your ass kicked, or just kill yourself, okay? Again, I'm really smart. Yeah, you know, again, and don't say, oh, please dream on, okay? Let me see here. Like I said, that whole thing that the fighter learns, okay, is there is no time in the past or future where everybody will want to see two men doing a one-on-one fight if that comes to the scenario. And it's funny to me. Again, I'm just trying to get your bitch ass ordered to court, but I can make the fight happen pretty fucking quick, okay? Because everybody wants to see it. Your own company and your own fucking family would want to see it, because you're the one talking shit about me right now, not the other way around. And I made a video not too long ago saying, you know, Eminem doesn't talk shit about other people. He only stands up for himself, and I do the same fucking thing, okay? But yeah, let me give you a taste of how fast I can make the one-on-one fight happen. Yeah, you know Rams. Yeah, you know, yeah. When Rams fight for the girl Rams, what do? Okay, they buck heads, right? Yeah, they stand about 20 feet, 30 feet apart. And they run and they smash their heads together, okay? Did you want to do that with me? Did you want to? Or can you see me? Oh, you can see me now, can't you? Look, again, it's that whole chin thing that I studied. You know, in 2011, 2 cops sexually assaulted me. And I called them out on it, so they illegally arrested me and took me into jail. And I prayed to God for super strength to knock down the 5,000-pound steel door with my head. Okay, I tried to knock it down with my head. I actually bucked it like a ram. Okay, that you see out in the wild. Okay, I got to the back and I ran as hard as I could, and I threw my entire body into the steel door, and I rammed it. Okay. And I felt my skull crack, and I felt a blood vessel in my brain blow, okay? And I was still standing, just like my friends couldn't knock me out back in the day, okay? I cracked my own goddamn skull and blew a vessel, and I was still on my feet. I still didn't fucking fall over, okay? And that was a 5,000-pound steel door. So what I'm saying is, you know, the man talking shit to me, did you want to do a ram battle with me? You know, you're saying that you're stronger and smarter than me? Here, yeah. Let's get in the fucking arena, okay? Everybody can fucking watch, okay? Me and you, okay? Yeah, let's not use weapons. Let's not fight. Let's just fucking ram fucking heads, okay? Yeah, okay? Let's just ram each other as hard as we fucking can, okay? Look, Okay. I did it to a 5,000-pound steel door, and I cracked my own skull, and I blew a vessel in my head. Okay. Do you think I'm going to have troubles, okay, bucking heads with you, okay? Bucking heads with motherfucking anyone, okay? I don't give a fuck if you're a 400-pound man. Did you want to buck fucking heads with me, okay? I'm Odin, okay? I'm darker than goddamn Satan, okay? Again, okay, whoever was made the idea, whoever said, yes, let's block Lance's Facebook, tell your entire fucking company, okay, I made the worst mistake of my life and I'm going to jail, okay? Okay, I'm going to, if you don't go to jail right now, okay, I'm gonna order you to court, okay? If worse comes to worse, okay, you're getting in a goddamn arena and you're fighting me one way or another. We're bucking fucking heads. We're going bare knuckle to the death, or I'm getting out my goddamn battle axe. Okay. Okay. Now, the fucking man blocking my shit, go to jail right now. Okay. And then I need someone to fix my fucking Facebook, and I need someone to call me and tell me what the fuck is going on. Okay. I need like the goddamn U.S. president to call me and say, Lance, calm the fuck down. This is Donald Trump, man. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah. The leader of the FBI, a goddamn super soldier. Someone call me and say, Lance, calm the fuck down. We are apologizing our living fucking asses off right now, okay? I don't want to fight you in an arena with a goddamn battle axe.